Hi everyone, it's Ashley, and this is part of Abba's garden here. I have this set up here with these hoops. It is just some plastic PVC piping that we cut with a saw. We inserted the rebarb right there. I'd actually dug a ditch here, and we had laid wood going along, just like some, regular, gosh, I don't know what they're called, 2x4s, right? And we bracketed them onto the wood. So they're on here really good. They stayed pretty straight, surprisingly, considered they were all wrapped up in a coil in a row. But once we attached them to the rebarb and pushed them in and then bracketed them there, they did great. So, but problem is, so the setup I had over the winter that I was growing for Abba, the cats got a hold of and wanted to use it as a litter box, which they really did a number on it. But honestly, we had some slug and snail problems. I laid down Corey's slug and snail killer, and it helped quite a bit. So, but between the slug and snails and the cats, we lost a lot. So we made this bed here, going all the way down, and I just transplanted here. So these, I believe, are spinaches. There might be a kale or a lettuce mixed in there. They were looking pretty bad, but I used just a teensy, I'm talking just sprinkled a little powder of this Happy Frog Cavern Culture, because it's a 1-12-0. So I didn't want much, but I know it's a good root booster for roots. And these guys definitely needed some help. And also used some Hormex, only a little bit in this whole gallon. I'm talking just a little bit more than 2 drops. And it really helps with transplanting. So it prevents transplant shock, which is really, really great. So I poured that on it with a little bit of Thrive and a little bit of fish emulsion, which is nitrogen, because these are brassicas here. So these are nitrogen loving plants. So that should really help. And then over here, so we had for sure 10 onions survive, but I had 4 that the cats really messed up. So I transplanted them here, and then here I used, and these are small onions. So and I apologize, one of the neighbors has like a truck going, so it's kind of loud, but I did use a little bit more of this Happy Frog, and Google says to just use the Happy Frog in the beginning because the bulbs are small. Then after that, go with a 10-10-10 fertilizer. So if you see some little white granulars, that's what I used here. So that's what those are, granulars, for the 10-10-10. And hopefully these guys will be doing a lot better. And this bed we prepared during the winter, actually before the winter, and we prepared it in the fall. And man, oh man, talk about some hard work. I could have done it easier, but it was my first time creating a bed like this. I don't have, money to buy tons of fertilizer, or not fertilizer, oh goodness, compost. I don't have a lot of money to lay down tons of compost. So I've been studying on how to make the soil much better. And so I added, let's see, oh gosh, maybe I'll explain that in a different video, exactly what all I added to the dirt for these beds, because I got it all written down in a booklet on how I did it. And I transplanted some spinach, and I think maybe there might be some kale mixed in here. Some of these I may have confused with kale instead of spinach, but I had to transplant it in this large bed here because of the cats. That is why there's chicken wire here. The cats like to dig all these up, and they like to use the restroom in it, like a litter box. So I had these growing, and not many survived because of the slugs and snails and cats. But this is what we got going. Oh, here's one of the cats right there. Oh, hi. Hi, buddy. Don't climb on this, okay? But anyways, and these are onions here. These are onions. And I'm going to get more onion slips. Oh, here's another one of our cats. Yeah. No, don't go in there. The chicken wire should be effective. But I fertilized, and I laid down some pine shavings. They really like the pine shavings. It's kind of like a nice little blanket. No. For them. So they definitely like the pine shavings. And I can get that pretty cheap at Tractor Supply. Much cheaper than mulch. And I have these PVC pipe hoops. No. Here, which was a cheaper way instead of buying an expensive low cat system. Yeah, so this will work very well. And I got sprouts growing inside. Lots and lots of sprouts I'll show in the video. But all this hard work is for God, to grow His garden and to give Him offerings. And hopefully this year we'll have extra for us to eat as well. Last year didn't go so good. I was only able to give Abba some offerings here and there from a few plants, but also built this today. I've heard some good things about it, to grow potatoes in. So, oh, that's Moses. Moses wants to say hi. So I'm going to give this a try. I've heard good things about it on YouTube. So I got it started here. I got one potato growing inside. And so this is just hay, like a nest, dirt, fertilizer. That's some 10-10-10 fertilizer. And on this other side, my greenhouse fell through because of the snow. But we're going to take that down and work up more beds. Hopefully like no, go. But this is getting covered with greenhouse plastic. I'm going to cover it up probably within the hour. And yeah, so, but that's what's going on so far. Oh, and I did plant this over here because there will be a lot of flowers too. So I did plant this bed here. This here I planted bells of Ireland here in this corner, bells of Ireland in that corner, and then wildflower seeds in the back, and then poppies in the front. And I covered it with leaves to prevent the birds from eating the seeds, and of course the chicken wire to keep the cats out of it. And but yeah, that's what we got going on so far outside. And then I'll show more videos of what we got growing in the house. But yeah, that's it so far. So this potato here is ready to be dropped in here. I have it growing in this 6-inch pot, and I started off letting the spuds grow on the potato. I cut the end of the potato off. I stuck it in here, and I grabbed a good-sized pinch of Happy Frog Cabin Culture, which is a 01-12-00, and I sprinkled it all over the raw potato. And then I poured just a little tiny bit, so I mixed up a drop of Hormex concentrate in a gallon of water, and I watered it once and put it under the grow light, and man, is it really producing the roots. So it is ready to go. So I've already leveled that out with the 10-10-10, and I'm ready to drop this in here and fill it up with some more dirt. And as it grows, as the shoots grow out of the dirt, I will add more dirt and more hay, just like I've seen in the videos. So it's a foot off the ground right now, and but supposedly this is how it's done. So and I'm doing this holding the phone with my hand, so I'm just gonna drop this into the middle, and that's just a little bit of peat moss and fertilizer, and it with some brown paper to prevent it from coming out. It's hard doing this with one hand. Oh goodness! Oh, look at those roots. You see that? That, I tell you, with this Happy Frog Cavern Culture and a little bit of Hormex, man, does it go a long way. So there's some of the sprouts right there. There's 3. There's another one over here. And this brown paper, look, there's, oh my goodness, fantastic. Oh, Abba, oh wow, look at those roots. Oh my gosh, that worked fantastic. Oh, I love God. I love him. Look at this, the brown paper worked great. The Hormex worked great. The Happy Frog, look at that. Trying to get that to focus real good. That is fantastic. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Ready to fill this in. Ready to rock and roll, guys.